For weeks now, the skies over Yemen have echoed with the roar of U.S. airstrikes pounding Houthi targets with relentless force. Oil refineries, missile sites, and airports have all felt the heat of American firepower. President Trump has made his position clear: the United States will use overwhelming force until the Houthis stop threatening vital shipping lanes in the Red Sea. But this battle didn't begin in a vacuum. It started in October 2023 when Israel launched a war in Gaza. In a bold move of solidarity with the Palestinians, the Houthis began their own campaign, one that quickly escalated. Since then, they've launched more than 100 attacks and even managed to sink 2 ships. Their actions have sent a shockwave through global trade. Nearly 70% of merchant vessels that once passed through the Red Sea now detour around the southern tip of Africa, adding weeks to delivery times and billions to shipping costs. Despite the chaos, the U.S. insists its strategy is working. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz announced that several top Houthi leaders have been eliminated. It's a message of progress from Washington. But on the ground, each round of missile strikes seems to fuel not surrender, but resistance. With every explosion, the Houthis dig in deeper, answering fire with fire and defiance with defiance. The story is far from over, and the stakes are rising. The Houthis, according to one veteran Yemen watcher, are the honey badgers of resistance. Like the fearless creature that shrugs off cobra venom only to rise and strike back, the Houthis seem undeterred by the scale of American firepower raining down on them. Yes, analysts estimate that up to 80 Houthi military officers may have been killed. But the heart of their command, their senior military and political leadership, remains unshaken. So do several of their missile launch sites. In fact, since mid-March, the group has launched a dozen ballistic missiles toward Israel and unleashed waves of drones and missiles at U.S. Navy ships in the region. Though these attacks haven't inflicted major damage, they serve as a constant reminder the Houthis are not backing down. Behind the scenes, the cost of this campaign is mounting fast. That the U.S. military's operation against the Iran-backed group is approaching a staggering $1 billion in under 3 weeks. Despite that, officials admit the impact on the Houthis' core capabilities has been limited. "We are burning through readiness, munitions, fuel, deployment time," one official confessed. The war machine grinds on, but so do the honey badgers. Far from being cowed, the Houthis have threatened to extend their range of targets to the UAE, which backs the rival government to the Houthis in Yemen's civil war. Similarly, Saudi officials say the kingdom's air defenses are on high alert. The dozens of airstrikes on Yemen will not deter the Yemeni armed forces from fulfilling their religious, moral, and humanitarian duties, said a Houthi spokesman earlier this week. There's no doubt that the U.S. campaign has degraded the Houthis' capabilities. Michael Knights, a senior fellow at the Washington Institute, says he suspects the Houthis have lost a lot of drone manufacturing capability, and there does seem to be more effective interdiction of resupply shipments coming via the sea and via Oman. So the Houthis are not comfortable. But history shows that the Houthis have an extraordinarily high tolerance for pain. And the Trump administration's determination to eradicate the threat they pose may ultimately require a ground offensive. The Houthis are just inured to being at war with a first-world military, Knight says. They're ideological, but they're also very tough tribal fighters from northern Yemen. The Houthis' ability to survive is helped by an elaborate smuggling network that brings in missile parts and other equipment. Last year, hidden among cargo on one intercepted ship, airframes and fins for artillery rockets, small turbojet engines and hydrogen fuel cells were discovered, according to an investigation by Conflict Armament Research, CAR. Such equipment could enable Houthi UAVs to carry larger payloads and to travel for far longer periods. That would greatly extend the potential threat posed by the Houthis, CAR reported.